My name is Zahra Alidina. I came from Karachi, Pakistan. I am 49.
My name is Abdul Hamid Jivani. Came from Pakistan. The city was Karachi and the province was Sindh. My current age is 50 years old.
The first time that I moved in US was Binghamton, upstate New York. Then I moved to Long Island, Karachi, and then back to Albuquerque. Back to US, but this time to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
So the first I came to Chicago. After Chicago we moved to Virginia. After Virginia we moved to New York. After New York we moved to Arkansas. After Arkansas I moved to the New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Yes, I knew the language.
I knew English.
My journey was a little bit different because I got married and then I had to move to the US. So I had to adjust to two things. Firstly, leaving my mom's house, adjusting to a completely different family, and then adjusting to US, a completely different culture.
Journey from America was difficult in a way that we had to leave our family and had to leave all the friends, all the memories, all the belongings, and come and look to the new life where we didn't know anybody.
Because my husband had just finished his medical school and he had his residency in Binghamton, upstate New York. So as soon as we got married, his residency started, so we had to move.
I moved to America for two reasons. The security was not as good over there. There were a lot of civilian casualties and a lot of political disagreements, and they were causing a lot of personal losses of life and personal losses of the money and capital that you have. The second thing was which was really more important, was for the better quality of life and better education for our kids.
I miss my country a lot.
Yes, I felt homesick. In the beginning especially, I felt homesick. Yes, few times in the beginning because of the accent, because of the way we speak. We have learned English in school, and what we have learned in a school system, it was quite different than what we speak and how we speak in America. There were a lot of slangs, a lot of language barriers that we had. So they will make a fun of it, but we got used to it.
Had I been working, then I would have definitely experienced some discrimination or something or the other, like my friends had.
Urdu.
I spoke both Urdu and English. The thing that we made sure, my husband and I, was that we would take our kids frequently back to our home country so they know where they belong, where are they from, what their culture is. We used to take them almost every other year, sometimes every year. And then being at home here, we would tell them that these are our values, that's how we should do things, and to preserve these values in their lives. culture, there are certain values, there are certain things that you cannot do over there, but you can do over here. So there were some gains and losses, both. More freedom here for girls. They're able to go around anywhere, do anything. Over there you have to be careful, even now that, you have to be careful. Who are you with? Who sees you? Somebody from the community sees you, then the word gets to the parents and there's a huge argument. So that way it was good, this is good, but like the culture of being, having girlfriends, boyfriends, that is something that I think they will never have. It's not okay to have it. That's something like that. And the religion education that I got over there, they will never get it here. I used to go to religious classes every single day. They go like once a week, and that also I have to push them. So that part is complete. Also, a lot of it is lost.
Yes, in the beginning it was because we were struggling. We had to find a job, we had to find a better living, and make sure that we sustain it. And we had to move a lot of places. It was difficult in the beginning, but then eventually we got into it very well. The first thing was that what is ethical and what is legal. So, for example, when we came from the culture where drinking was ethically wrong, but it was legally allowed here at the age of 21. Same thing with smoking. The society itself has been very free here, and people are more powerful individually. Their power to decide what they want to do with their life, how they want to treat their body, the use of substances. Those are the things that were completely different from where we came.
Well, I think half and half, because assimilation is very important, because then you don't have that sense of belonging to a place if you are not having that. You have to be willing to merge in a community and in a culture so that you can live happily in that life. If you're doing something that you do not accept, it's very hard. It's hard to do that. But if you can never be happy. You will do it, but you will not be happy. But if you more assimilate in that culture, then it gets better.
I did in order to fit in, because the normal is like us kind of value. So you have to eventually change your accent, you would have to change the way you present yourself. You have to get into, unfortunately, the brand name culture to prove yourself elegant, and it's different for immigrant people than the people that have they are born U.S. citizens.
I don't think I belong in the U.S. I mean, if I retire and my husband retires, we would definitely want to go back to Pakistan and live there. But we would probably stay here because of our kids.
I feel that I belong to America. Yes.
It depends. I think morally, I used to think that people were better over there morally. But then, because I had a very innocent mind, but as time went by, people started telling me, my friends started telling me what's actually going on. I was thinking, oh, there were no girlfriend, boyfriends, nobody's sleeping around, there is no alcohol, everything is fine. But actually, everything was happening. everything. When drugs, this, that, everything was happening. So of course it's happening much more here. You can live with your partner without getting married, you have kids. That you cannot do in Pakistan. So of course morals are better, and that's what I think. But people can be nice and morally have good morals even here. Even though they do all of these things, that's what I learned. And those people who have morals there, they say this and that and do it, but actually they are not nice people. I've seen those people as well. So it's both.
You are never being treated the first citizen. You are always being observed as somebody else, not us. In a school system, in a politics, in a social gathering, in a management where the housing is concerned, the city is concerned, you have to work really hard to be heard. And you have to prove yourself. You have to distinct yourself to say that I am capable of doing, and I'm more intelligent than rest of the people. In order for you, you're not the ordinary person in the system. You have to bring something great about you so they can compare and they say, because you are that person better than us, that's why you get an opportunity, not because you are an ordinary person.
I don't know, I never felt that until I came to Albuquerque, and that is weird. That's also within my own community. I was stereotyped that I was from Pakistan. All my other community members were from East Africa. So they assumed all Pakistanis don't drink, all Pakistanis don't date, all Pakistanis are very conservative, have conservative minds. So they would be a little bit careful when you used to be around them. They would not drink, or if they would drink, they would get a drink in cups that didn't have, you can tell, or we were not invited and things. So that is surprising that I was not stereotyped by others, but people from my own community. But then as time passed, they learned that we actually didn't mind. Everybody can live their lives.
If you look at the Constitution of America, it has to be it was based on the premises of diversity. The people they live here now came here in this country to live. So if you follow the values of the founding fathers in the Constitution, that's what it is needed. That's what it is required for America.